Hello everybody, myself Shailender Kumar, Assistant Professor Jagan Nath University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss on the topic History of Media in India. The course objectives of History of Media is to understand the basic concept of media, to demonstrate the importance of media, learn about photography and cinematography, and to effectively use of social networking science. So, what is media? Media is usually defined as a personal means of communication by which written, visual, or auditory, or sometimes a combination of such messages are transmitted directly to the audience. In the simpler terms, the word media denotes the means of communication with a large number of people spread over communities, cities, or countries through written or printed word or sound and voice or visual images or a combination of these. By the definition itself, we understand that media is an organized means of reaching large number of people quickly, timely, effectively, and efficiently. There are two main characteristics of media. It can reach millions of people in short time, even instantaneously. Audio media transcends the limits of literacy, and the visual media can be effective in a multilingual society as well. It is cost effective and generally user friendly. Generally, media provides provide one way communication either to the receiving people. Television, radio, newspaper, magazines, audio and video, as well as movies are examples of media. These are very useful in the multilingual, traditional, and largely literate society in India. Some types of media is print media, broadcast media, display media. Print media, newspaper, magazines, etc., have made tremendous progress in India since 1780. When the first Indian newspaper, the Bengal Gazette, appeared, after independence, the mass media assumed great significance. As per official records, more than 25,000 different newspaper, magazines, and bulletins are being published from various states in the country in various languages. Now, broadcast media. They comprise radio and television. Messages are transmitted by these media through satellite and received by viewers and listeners at distant places of the country very quickly. Radio and television reach more number of people than print media. In disaster warning and creating awareness, broadcast media are most effective, especially a large multilingual country like India with low level of literacy. Broadcast media are sometimes termed as electronic media, though the later term would include audio video cassettes. Now, display media, hoardings or billboards, signboards which can be displayed at busy public places like bus stands, railway stations, parks, etc. Wall paintings and posters on common places, including railway stations, airports, providing specific awareness. Small panels or small panels on lamp posts or inside or outside buses, railway compartments, taxis, etc. Banners, window displays, sky balloons in trade fairs, leaflets, exhibitions, and fair where special pavilions may be arranged to deal with theme of disaster management. Now, the importance of media. Media has a very important role in disaster management. In this context, it performs major functions mentioned like surveillance of the environment, which means collection and distribution of information concerning events in the climate environment. A number of climate information is potentially related to the natural disasters, which can be communicated regularly and more frequently at the time of disaster. The best example is cyclone. Media can play a very important role in dissemination of information such as formation of depression of the sea, its movement towards the coast, areas likely to be affected, etc. Disaster awareness education to the masses can be given by media. Today, we have about 50% illiterate people in India, but most of them do have access to radio or television. Long-term preparedness and mitigation strategies can be explained effectively to the masses through various media. Media help in policy formulation by conducting public debate or surveys or polls. This is because disasters are unusual, sudden events which cause enormous loss of lives and property. It brings many dramatic and traumatic stories. It depends on how the news is delivered by the journalists. Most of the time, they try to find fault in providing relief to the victims and highlighting the impact on affected community. Sometimes these news encourage international fundraising and create more public sympathy for the affected people. The amount, depth, and period of coverage will depend on the scale and frequency of disasters. The speed with which the information can be obtained and the amount of interest in the public on the subject. The media have a strong impact on the perception of and response to disasters. Thus, the role of media in disaster is multi-purpose and can be broadly classified in three categories: informative, suggestive, and analytical. Media can play informative role in all the three situations: pre-disaster, at the time of disaster, and post-disaster. Suggestive role. In a disaster situation, there could be many mitigation measures available. Sometimes it is difficult to find out the most suitable option for the specific disaster. For example, flood is a very common natural disaster. There are many states which are prone to this disaster like Assam, UP, Bihar and West Bengal. In this context, media has a significant role in providing suitable suggestions for political attention and public understanding for the most acceptable option. Similarly, media has a role in checking activities which might aggravate and adverse impacts of disasters. Analytical role. This approach can be applied in analysis of disaster preparedness, disaster mitigation, disaster relief, disaster rehabilitation. Factual and ethical reporting. Sincere journalists try to give accurate facts and figures. They try to get quick access to the disaster areas and the affected people and follow all norms and ethics or faithful reporting without fear or favor. Now, the term media has been explained, highlighting the characteristics, types of media have been described, and their major functions have been discussed. The importance and role of media at various stages have been brought out. Finally, the need for factual and ethical reporting of disaster situation have been explained. Now, photography and cinematography. First of all, you should know about what is photography. Photography literally means drawing with light, which derives from the Greek photo meaning light and graph meaning to draw. Photography is the process of, of recording an image, a photograph or light sensitive film on light sensitive film, or in the case of digital photography via a digital, electronic or magnetic memory. The photography is evident in nearly every aspect of modern life. As a form of communication and documentation, photographs are present in newspapers, magazines, advertisements, posters, television, the internet, passports, ID cards, archives, security and surveillance systems, forensics and medicine. Photography also plays an important role in domestic and recreational activities. Most photographs produced today take, take the form of snapshots documenting activities such as holidays and celebrations. With the prevalence of digital cameras and mobile phones cameras, these activities are also documented for display on photo sharing websites and photo based social life. Only a small minority of photographs are considered to be art and tend to be displayed in museums and galleries in formats similar to painting. The invention of photography is a constituted subject. It was the outcome of many technological developments, most notably associated with the Industrial Revolution in the 19th century, but was also influenced by earlier technological development such as the camera obscura, which is an optical device used during the Renaissance to aid drawing and perspective. Photography is a kind of like trying to answer the question, what is photography? What's the meaning of photography? That's because photography is incredibly complex. It has many facts and types. There are there are technical aspects of photography as well as creative ones. The manner in which photography is used is even different, often from one person to next. Moreover, there is an unlimited variety in the quality of photos. In that regard, trying to explain the difference between an ordinary snapshot and a work of art is a very difficult job. You can tell by looking at two photographs which one is which, but conveying how to get from being an amateur to a pro is not an easy task. But you have to start somewhere. So, in this guide, I offer a few foundational ideas that will help you answer the question, what is photography? When trying to count what is photography, it's important to first start with a photography definition. In layman's term, photography is quite simply the process of capturing light with a camera to create an image. This was done for the first time in 1826 when Joseph Nicodemus took a photo out of his window. However, as the oldest surviving photograph, it is nonetheless an important part of photography. As simple as this image, as simple as this image is, it demonstrates the technical process of photography perfectly. The process, the image captured, to process the image captured by his camera, the PSA used a process of his invention called heliography. It required bitumen to be dissolved in lavender oil. The resulting substance was coated onto a lithograph. Once dry, an engraving was placed on the lithograph and then exposed to sunlight. Photography isn't the only way to capture the world, but it certainly is one of the most effective. Look no further than the nearest social media feed, news station, magazine, article, or book cover to see it. Photographs have power. If you want to harness that power and learn how to take the best possible photos, welcome to Photography Basics, the beginner's guide. This comprehensive tutorial explains the fundamental concept you have know about photography from start to finish. Now, cinematography. First of all, you should know what is cinematography. Cinematography is an art of visual storytelling. Yes, cinematography is the art of visual storytelling. The artistry of cinematography is controlling what the viewer sees or doesn't see and how the image is presented. Film is a visual medium, and the best short films are ones where you can tell what's going on without hearing any of the dialogue. With the basic knowledge of composition and scene construction, cinematographer can plan and shoot good videos. Cinematographer knows how different shots work together to form a clear, cohesive narrative and how to compose each shot in a way that is visually pleasing for the viewer. Cinematography is the art and craft of making motion pictures by capturing a story visually. Technically, cinematography is the art and the science of recording light either electronically onto an image sensor or chemically onto film. Taken from the Greek for writing with movement, cinematography is the creation of images you see on screen, a series of shots that form a cohesive narrative. Cinematography composes each shot considering where everything is framed demands attention. While the, direct, while the director makes key decisions regarding the camera, the cinematographer actually makes it happen. One of the major considerations for cinematographers is exposure, the art of manipulating the camera setting to get the desired look of the image. A cinematographer or director of photography is the crew chief that presides over the camera and light crews on a film or video production. They are involved throughout the entire production and closely with the director to create the image you see. Choosing a camera, knowing the different time of camera lenses and lighting techniques are all part of cinematographer's job description. Light, shot size, camera focus, shot composition, camera placement and movement all are cinematography's elements. Now we will move to social networking sites. So, what is social networking sites? The concept of social networking has evolved along with the evolution of the concept of family and society since time immemorial. It all began with the interaction of individuals with common interest and gradually took the shape of social and cultural institution prevalent in all type of society all over the world. The concept of social networking in its present form is a result of communication technologies which have gradually evolved and perfected to its present level with the help of present social media. Today, it is referred as a tool of interaction of individuals with common interest over an online platform. This concept is a marvel of modern technology, enabling people around the globe to connect and interact. So, social networking can be seen as a modern extension of this age-old tradition of human interaction with like-minded people on common issues. Social networking plays a very important role in the life of rural and urban youth, women and children, elderly people involved in all type of occupation belonging to different geographical locations and community from the perspective of individual and community development. Social networking is the process of creating, building, and nurturing communities and relationships between people in the community with the physical interaction with each other and through various traditional social and cultural institutions like various samitis, sabhas, panchayat, community festivals, and traditional community rituals earlier and now with social media, the computer-based technology that facilitates the sharing of ideas and information through the building of virtual networks and communities. Social networking revolves allows like-minded individuals to be in touch with each other using websites and web-based applications. Facebook, WhatsApp, MySpace, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. are examples of social networking sites. Now, the importance and popularity of social networking sites has rapidly increased over the past few years. Social networks provide many kinds of services and benefits to its users, like helping them to connect with new people, share opinion with like-minded people, and stay in touch with old friends and colleagues. Social media and social networking sites, the opportunity to meet new people. Social networking sites are user friendly. These all are the importance of social networking sites. Opportunity to meet new people. Social networking sites are user friendly. Join groups that share your interests. They are free to use. Job market help business to reach out. So these are the core objectives of history of media. Now OBE in COS, CO1 understand the print media. CO2 recognize about the importance of media. Course objective 3 understand the various aspects of broadcast media. Course objective 4 familiar with the audiovisual media. 5 effectively use of social networking sites. LMS has 4 quadrants as under quadrant 1. E-tutorial, it includes introductory video of the course, content videos, audios on each unit of syllabus. Quadrant 2, it contains self-instruction material, ebooks, web resources, research papers and journals, and other reference material. In the third quadrant, it is a discussion form from raising of doubts and clarifying them on a near real-time basis. And the quadrant 4 is multiple choice questions. It relates to assessment, which contains MCQs, short and long answer questions. These are the reference books of history of media. Thank you.